Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Horman. I'm science faculty here at Broward College, and I'd like to officially welcome you to Anatomy and Physiology. Today, I would like to give you a tour of our D2L shell, as well as a look at Connect, which is our companion platform that we'll be utilizing to access our ebook, as well as complete some of our graded assignments. Upon entry into our D2L shell, you should see your welcome announcement where you'll officially be introduced to your professor. Please make sure to read through it and collect all that important information, such as when their office hours are, information about the textbook, as well as the proctoring service that we'll be utilizing during our course. In order to make sure that we're fully prepared, we probably also want to take a look at the most important document in our course, which is going to be the syllabus. The syllabus will have all the details about our course description, the course policies, how you'll be graded in the course, how best to be prepared for the course, and of course, all the different resources and the due dates for all those assignments. That way we can make sure that everything is properly submitted and we can get as many points as possible. To access the syllabus, we can do that a multitude of ways. One of the easiest way is on the homepage to simply click on the syllabus icon, which is located towards the right-hand side. Or we can go over to the Content tab located on the top menu. And upon doing so, we're going to notice that a little module on the left-hand side will indicate us to start here. And we'll see that within that module, we'll have another welcome message from our professor, as well as the tab to the simple syllabus. Take your time, read through it, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure to reach out to your professor. Now, we want to give you a few points and also make sure that you read through that syllabus. So you're going to notice that you'll also have a syllabus quiz to be completed. This will usually get done within the first week of your course, so make sure to keep an eye on those deadlines. And once you have the syllabus quiz done, go ahead and introduce yourself. Our first discussion will allow you to share a little bit about yourself, tell us what your goals are, and perhaps give us a few study tips. This might be the first online class you're taking, or you might be an expert at taking them by now. Either way, share your knowledge and also give some feedback to your classmates and get to know each other. Once you're done with that, take a look at some of the other resources that we have. You can, for instance, go over to the Student Toolkit where you'll find lots of hyperlinks that will allow you to see the different BC student resources, such as the Academic Success Center, where tutoring is offered. We'll also give you links over to the library and explain some of the resources that they have available over there, and the Course Cafe. The Course Cafe is a discussion tool that will allow you to interact with your classmates, maybe schedule a study group together or ask some questions, engage. The professor will also be keeping an eye on that so that they can provide feedback along the way. We also have a link for HonorLog proctoring. This will be utilized when we are taking our exams. This is the proctoring service. If you've never used HonorLog before or you would like to learn more about it, you'll find lots of information within this module, including an HonorLog systems check that will make sure that whatever computer or tablet you're utilizing is properly formatted to be utilized during the exams. I personally recommend getting this done during the first week of classes so that you're ready to go, definitely before you take your first exam. One of the other resources that we offer is the AI experience. Within the AI experience, you'll find links to our personalized BSc 2085 and 2086 AI tutor. This is utilized through Copilot, and all you have to do on your end is just click on the hyperlink, sign into your MyBC, and you'll be able to ask or prompt the AI with questions about the course. It is set up specifically for the content for our lectures, so that way it can guide you and help you with maybe a better definition, additional example, or probably one of my best utilizations of the tool, setting up practice questions. Anatomy and physiology is very content heavy, so repetition really is very successful in making sure that you understand all the different definitions, mechanics, and content that you'll be presenting. So I definitely encourage you to check out the tools and utilize the AI as your tutor or your study partner. If you're not so familiar with artificial intelligence, you're going to notice that in the module, there's also links for Broward College's website where you'll learn more things, learn how to prompt the different AIs that are available, as well as our official academic honesty statement on how to use AI properly in your classes. You'll also find links for other AI models such as Google Gemini, so you could see which one works best for you and which one you would like to utilize. One of the exciting things about the textbook that we'll be using is that it also has an embedded AI model in it. This AI reader will allow you to highlight certain sections within the book, and it will allow you to ask specific questions, ask for additional examples, and also practice questions. Just another way for you to engage with the content. The content now that we'll be utilizing has been divided into their individual subfolders, and those modules have been clearly labeled to help you along the way in our course. I'm going to go ahead and click on our first module, and each module is set up very similar in that the fact that upon entry, you're going to be provided with a quick overview. That document will tell you what the learning outcomes are within the chapter and what the content is that you'll be covering. You'll also be able to see the required reading and find the link that will bring you directly over to the ebook so you could start engaging with the material. To help you with that, we have also posted a study guide for all of the chapters, and the study guide is a detailed outline of the various sections. I would highly recommend that you have the study guide available as you start reading, and then maybe highlight, write down some additional notations, some examples, identify some areas of concern or questions so that you can reach out to the professors for assistance and work your way through the chapter. And at the end, what you'll have is a study guide and your notations that will be the perfect way for you to study for your graded assessments, such as your quizzes, your homework, as well as your exams. Besides the ebook, we've also provided additional resources such as the AP Tutor videos. These are short little videos with different instructors explaining certain concepts, and the videos will contain questions for you to answer and to practice with. It is not graded, it is not timed, completely optional, but a fantastic resource. So definitely worth a look. We also have various 3D animations and videos embedded. I love those, especially because I personally love to have a visual image to kind of connect to the textbook reading and see what's going on. So take a look at those. And at the end of the module, all the way at the bottom, that is where you're going to encounter the graded assessments. Now, as you can see here, we have a quiz, but all of the information on items such as your quizzes, your homework, your exams, those are all detailed within the course syllabus. That is where you're going to find out how much they're worth, how many of them you'll be taking, are there time limits, how many questions will you encounter, what are some best ways to prepare for it. We've also given you a quick overview with each of the tabs. So as you can see, it'll tell you, for instance, that the quizzes will be completed through the Connect platform. It'll remind you of what the format is and the time limit, but really all the detail is within the syllabus a little bit and show you that on the left-hand side, once you get through modules 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this course, there is a separate module that will start welcoming you for our homework and exam number 1. The homework is taken through the Connect platform, and exam 1 is taken through D2L and will utilize HonorLock proctoring. Once again, notice that all of them have a brief overview of how the assessment is set up, but for all the details, please refer to the syllabus. And of course, with those questions, please make sure to reach out to your professor. The other thing that you might notice is as we're perusing through, some of the hyperlinks have this little Lego icon next to it. That is a clue that whenever you click on it, it's going to bring you over to our Connect platform. Connect is the companion website from McGraw-Hill. It is embedded within D2L. And if you've never used it, what's going to happen is the first time you click on that icon, it's going to ask you to set up an account. So once that's done, you'll never have to do that again because the platforms will be linked together. And when you click on anything that has that Lego icon, it will go ahead and directly open up the reading or the assessment. I definitely recommend that you start with the reading before we start doing a graded assessment, right? So let's go back over to module 1. And on your end, what I would love for you to do is click on the e-text. Remember, the Lego icon will bring you over to McGraw-Hill. My view is a little bit different because I'm on the instructor side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick shortcut. You'll click the link and I'll get you all set up and I will magically already be at the e-text. This is our e-text, which is set up in a smart book format. And that basically means that you're able to answer questions as you read throughout the chapter. And that's a really nice way to practice the content, right? There's no time limit on this, and it's also a non-graded item. So the questions are completely optional, but highly recommended. Peruse through it. I recommend doing smaller sittings so that you can really grasp the concepts, and definitely do a review of previous reading as you continue on so you can understand fully what the chapter is trying to say. Now, to enter, you can either start the reading or start the questions. Let's start the reading. Once you click on this, you'll see some of the tools that the Smart Reader or the Smart Book has to offer, including things such as changing the size of the font. Would you like it to be larger? Would you like it to be smaller? You can also look up some of the key terms or maybe a concept you would like to learn more about. There's a box for that. There's also a read aloud feature that will start reading for you so you can engage with the material that way. And then you also might notice that there's lots of highlighting going on. The highlights are meant to kind of draw your eye over to that particular content. It'll also call attention to some of the key terms which have been highlighted for you so you can peruse through. And if you would like to engage, you can do that multitude of ways. One way is to hit 2 questions, and it will allow you to start practicing based on your reading. And the nice thing is that when you get it right, you're going to notice when you go back to your reading, that yellow highlight is now a green highlight, indicating that you've covered that content and you're quite comfortable answering the practice questions. If you don't get it correct, that's okay. It's going to ask you the question in various ways. And then it's going to also help you to go back to the reading and kind of get a better understanding of it. The goal is to get you to engage with all the questions and fill up all these progress bars so that you feel confident in what the chapter is trying to display. Let me go back to the reading because I also want to show you the AI tool that I was mentioning. To access the AI, which is indicated right here, the best thing to do is just highlight any area that you want to learn more about. So let's see. How about we do a look at, oh, let's listen to different medical imaging, right? So what you can do is you can just highlight the area that you would learn more about. And I'm just going to randomly highlight these 2 sentences. The little pop-up will come up and here's my AI reader. Upon clicking on that, it's going to tell you that it's willing to assist, right? So it's going to give a different explanation. We can also hit the simplify button and that'll kind of condense all the reading down into like the most important topics that I would like to highlight. And here, check my knowledge. This is your opportunity to go and get some practice questions. Here you go. Very nice. Utilize these resources. I think they're fantastic. And these are all embedded within the e-text book, within the book. The other option that we'll be utilizing, or I should say the assessment that we'll be utilizing on Connect, is going to be our quizzes as well as our homework. Now, when you click on the quiz icon, remember, look for the Lego block. It's going to go ahead and allow you to start your quiz. Oops, seems like I've ran out of time. No stress, we'll start it again. See how my view is a little different than yours? Now, when you do your quiz, and this will state it in the policy, please keep an eye on that time limit. You have 15 minutes and 1 attempt to complete the quiz. And the quiz will have a variety of different questions type, multiple choice, true and false, and also a very popular format on the quiz is the one that you see on display right now, which is a multi-answer question, where you'll be clicking down to select the best term to go with the statement that it's being provided. You can take a quick preview of the questions by clicking on the 3x3 item right here, and that will allow you to click on the different numbers and bring you over to the various questions that you have. Keep an eye on that time because it's going to go fast. So my suggestion is please do not start the quiz until you're fully prepared to engage with the content that it's going to be covering. Another assessment that you have is going to be the homeworks. The homeworks, I like those. You get 2 attempts on the homeworks. What you find with the homework is also that you're able to utilize the ebook while completing it. So remember, the link is embedded in our D2L shell. And whenever you're ready, you're going to click that icon It's going to bring you over to the homework, and you'll see that you'll have 25 questions that you'll be engaging with. The questions will have different formats from matching to watching a video, labeling, drag and drop. Take your time, peruse through them. And if you would like to utilize the book when doing this, you are able to do so. You can look over to the left-hand side where you'll see the ebook icon that can be utilized. The other thing I want to tell you is that with the homework, you get 2 attempts. So the way that's going to work is once you're done with the homework, you're going to go ahead and submit it and the score will be posted. If you do not get a perfect score, I highly recommend that you utilize that second attempt before the due date. And when you do that second attempt, do me a favor. Once you enter into it, click the 3x3 icon right here and have these little boxes pop up. And what it's going to show you in your second attempt is it's going to show you either a green check mark, meaning the question was answered perfectly and you have all the points, or it's going to show you a red X. And that means that you're either partially incorrect or you are not able to receive any of those points. Go back to the questions that have the red X. It'll show you your previous answer and attempt it again. Whatever the highest score is for the homework, that is what is going to be reported into your D2L gradebook. Once the deadline has passed for the homework, you're able to come back and take a look at the answer key and see all the points that you were able to gather, and of course, identify some of the areas that you may have missed some. For the quizzes, the same thing will work. Once the deadline is passed, you'll be able to go back and take a look at the answer key. And remember, at any time, if you have any questions, comments, or concern, please make sure to reach out to your professor. Now, having said that, I am going to stop our sharing process and I would go ahead and tell you, go explore our course, click on everything, start reading, ask lots of questions, reach out to your professor. And I hope that you enjoy anatomy and physiology as much as we enjoy teaching and presenting it to you. Have a fantastic semester, good luck, and have fun.